run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told the run. I'll be back, make another van. Ultra, ultra, ultra fast. I ain't with the boulder dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not by the act, and run it back as you say.
It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Coming up next.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Chicago Bears. With my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, these Chicago Bears, they come off a tough year at 3-14, the most losses in franchise history. What can they look to build around here in 2023?
Well, it starts with their quarterback, and you know that he is a heck of a player for them, but they've got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. Head coach, defensive background, he's trying to amass that kind of talent and become the monsters of the Midway once again.
Meanwhile, optimism reigning with the visiting Panthers. They've got a new coach, they've got a new quarterback, and they've got a real chance to be a playoff team in 2023.
And a lot of it starts on the defensive side of the ball, where they've been good for the last few seasons. If the offense joins them, they will be a tough out in the NFC South.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here we go.
They run with a fourth-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Fields going to keep it once more. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Fields now to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10, Fields again. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
And he's going to have to eat this this one is down he goes. Derek Brown just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Screen play, Johnson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-0 right now.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here is Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Young. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst from 3 yards out, and the Panthers have taken the lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Bears 3. Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Fields going to keep it running left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill now.
Formation for the Bears.
And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Bryce Young and the Panthers offense set to go back to work. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Here's Young, looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, I'd say a couple people didn't get the read correct, huh? Zone coverage. Linebacker dropped right into the proper spot. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Was looking directly in his eyes as he threw the football, and you're right, it was telegraphed. Probably should have been picked. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Carolina.
Okay, ready? Ready.
Now a first down throw for Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Now they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Shark, 59 yards. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Chicago offense set to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not? Sit down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 33-yard line.
Now Fields. Now a screen set up for Johnson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
To throw is Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
3rd and 6.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Ready?
On play action, Young. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's Fields now on second down. He's got him in, complete. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the option left is Fields. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Out of the gun, Fields. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That throw by Young incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a second down throw for Young. That is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready?
Another run with Sanders. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
This from 44 yards away.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Adam Thielen and the Panthers taking the field once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well.
There he goes, left side.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Ready?
It's Young on first down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Stephon Sullivan from 6 yards away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Go.
Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
First down, Panthers.
Ready.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.